कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम् यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरम् अतृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषम् गोष्पदीकृतवाराशिं मशकीकृतराक्षसम् रामायणमहामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशम् अक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वादात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारी परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूता रामसागरगामिनी पुनादिभुवनं पुण्या रामायण महानदी वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना आपतामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः मङ्गलं कौसलेन्द्राय महनीय गुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलं सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Creating a huge sound like that of thunder, he started to cross the ocean, and as he returned back, he just touched Mainaka, for he had given the promise that I will return, but even while returning, he had no intention to rest. When it comes to the Bhagavan's work, it is said there is no rest at all for a devotee. You and I are always take rest. We look for rest. But the devotee of the Lord always at work. So here, in the other side of the ocean, all the devotees of the Lord and anxiously waiting for Hanumanji, they were all there assembled. ये तु उत्तरे तत्र उत्तरे कुले समुद्रस्य महाबलाः पूर्वं संविष्टिताः शूराः वायुपुत्रा ददृक्षवः. Vayuputra Dadrikshavaha, those who are desiring to see him, waiting there, continuing there in the 19th onwards. Mahato Vayuputrasya
Mahato Vayu
Yeah.
पुत्र
Mahato vayununnasya
महतो वायुनुन्नस्य
toyadasyaiva nisvanam
तोयदस्येव निस्वनम्
शुश्रुवुस्तु शुश्रुवुस्ते तदा घोषम्
शुश्रुवुस्ते तदा घोषम्
उरुवेगं हनुमतः
उरुवेगं हनूमतः
ये दीनमनसः सर्वे
ते दीनमनसः सर्वे
शुश्रुवुः काननौकसः
शुश्रुवुः काननौकसः
वानरेन्द्रस्य निर्घोषम्
वानरेन्द्रस्य निर्घोषम्
पर्जन्य निनदोपमम्
पर्जन्य निनदोपमम्
निशम्य नदतो नादम्
निशम्य नदतो नादम्
वानरास्ते समन्ततः
वानरास्ते समन्ततः
बभूवुत्सुका सर्वे
बभूवुरुत्सुकाः सर्वे
सुहृद्दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः
सुहृद्दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः
भवान् स हरिश्रेष्ठः
जाम्बवान् स हरिश्रेष्ठः
इति संहृष्टमानसः
प्रीतिसंहृष्टमानसः
पामन्त्रय हरीन् सर्वान्
उपामन्त्र्य हरीन् सर्वान्
यं वचनमब्रवीत्
इदं वचनमब्रवीत्
वायुनुन्नस्य sometime in वायुपुत्रस्य वायुनुन्नस्य महतो वायुनुन्नस्य nud means nudati means to push. So वायुनुन्नस्य महतः वायुनुन्नस्य toya tasya iva. When the winds are pushing the waters of the ocean waves, what kind of a sound it will make? Niswanam. So vayuna nunnasya nunnasya. Vayuna nunnasya. That which is being pushed by the air or wind. Toyadasya niswanam iva. At that kind of a sound, sushruhu te sada. All of them, sushruhu, all of those who are staying on the other side of the ocean, they were listening to it. And what is that sound? Uruvegam Hanumataha Gosham. It is none other than the thighs of Hanuman passing through the sky. So because he has been comparing ocean and the sky. Remember in the previous few verses, he has been doing that. So the sound of that is none other than the thigh of Hanumanji passing through the sky, where atmospherical air also can make that sound similar to that of the ocean. We all know that because today's world, when the very high speed rocket or the high speed aircrafts move, especially military aircraft, then you can hear the sound. The sound is similar to that of huge waves hitting in the ocean. Oh, Valmiki ji has realized that that kind of a sound is possible. Te dina manasaha. Sarve, those who are so anxious mind which is looking for some help, because they are all going to be really suffering if in case they go back without any news. So, sushruvuhu kananaukasaha, all those who are dwellers of the forest, they were listening to it. Vanarendrasya nirgosham. So the very sound of Hanumanji coming there, Parjanya Ninata Upamam. The sound of that very thigh of the Hanumanji making sound there is similar to that of the thunder. Parjanya Ninada Upamam. The rainy thunder. Nishamya Nadato Nadam. This resounding sound, the sounds that are everywhere in the sky, listening to that. Vanaraha te samantataha, all of them together, babuvuhu utsukaha. They became extremely delighted because they know return journey has come. Returning hero has been they have been waiting for so long. Sarve suhrud darshana kankshinaha, with their heart filled with joy and waiting to see Hanumanji returning back. And Harishreshtaha Saha Jambavan, among them, here he is included as Harihi, even though he is a bear. But Harishreshtaha Jambavan Preeti Samhrishta Manasaha, with his heart filled with love for Hanuman, Uma Mantra Harin, he called upon all of them, assembled and addressed them. Sarvamidam Vachanam Abravid. Sarvan idam Vachanam Abravid. Sarvan, Sarve, all of them he addressed thus. What did he say? Sarvata Kritakaryoso
सर्वथा कृतकार्योऽसौ
Anumanatra Samshayaha
हनूमान्नात्र संशयः
Nahyasya Kritakaryasya
न ह्यस्या कृतकार्यस्य
Ada evam vido bhavet
नाद एवं विधो भवेत्
Asya bahuruvegam cha
तस्य बाहुरुवेगं च
Inadam cha mahatmanah
निनादं च महात्मनः
Shamya harayo hrushtaha
निशम्य हरयो हृष्टाः
Amutpetur yatastatah
समुत्पेतुर्यतस्ततः
E nagagran te nagagran nagagrani
तेन गाग्राणि
Shikaras shikarani cha
शिखराश्चिखराणि च
Hrushta samapatyanta
प्रहृष्टा समपद्यन्त
Anumantam didrukshavah
हनूमन्तं दिदृक्षवः
E prita patapagreshu
ते प्रीताः पादपाग्रेषु
Grihya avastitaha
गृह्यशाखामवस्थिताः
Vasamsi cha prakashani
वासांसि च प्रकाशानि
Amavidyanta vanaraha
समाविध्यन्त वानराः
Girigahvahra samlino
गिरिगह्वरसंलीनो
Yata garjati marutaha
यथा गर्जति मारुतः
Evam jagarja balavan
एवं जगर्ज बलवान्
Hanuman marutatmajaha.
हनूमान् मारुतात्मजः
Addressing them, Jambavan said, Sarvata, at all times and everywhere, Kritakaryaha asau. In every way, it is none other than Hanuman is one who is always accomplishes this task. Kritakaryaha. Na atra samshayaha, there is no doubt about this. Because if it is not Hanuman, nobody else can make this sound. Na Nahi asya kritakaryasya nadaha evam vido bhavet. He knew Hanuman very well. Later on also we will see in the war front when everybody is down. All of them down. In the war with Ravana's army, everybody is down. Vibhishna was very worried. At that time asked, everybody is down. All the monkeys are really weak and unable to fight. Many of them are injured. Even Rama and Lakshmana seem to have lost their hope. So, Jambavan, lying down, he asked Vibhishna only one question. Is Hanuman alive? Yes. Don't worry. That is all we need. He will revive every one of them. So don't worry about it at all. If he is awake and alive, nothing will go wrong. So that was the confidence Jambavan had about Hanuman. Kritakrityaha. Na, see, Kritakritasya nadaha. Na, other than that, Hanuman, there is no way this kind of a sound can come. Tasya vayuhu bahu uruvegam cha. What did they hear? Actually, none other than the movement of his hand, shoulders, and bahu uruvegam cha, and also the thigh. This is what you are hearing. Ninadam cha mahatmanaha. All of them, when they heard this, nishamya harayo hrushtaha. Having listened to that, all the monkeys were so very delighted. Samutpyeduhu yatastataha. They started to move here, there. Great joy. They do not know what else to do. Waiting was too requires a lot of patience, but they don't have the patience. Te nagagrani. So from one tree to another tree, one summit to another summit, shikarat shikaranicha prahushtaha samapatyanta. They started to run, jump, dive. Hanumantam dadrukshavaha. So desirous to see Hanuman there. Te pritaha patapa agreshu grihya shakam avastitaha. So with so much of joy and desire, they were holding on to the branches of the tree hanging there, waiting for him. Patapa agreshu shakam avastitaha. Patapa agreshu grihya. And their prakashani vasamsi, and also they showed their clothes that they were wearing. So obviously they were all not just monkeys, but they were soldiers of Sugriva. So they had their clothes on them. Samavidyanta vanaraha. Avidyanta means avishyanta, sorry. Avidyanta, sorry. Avidyanta, avid means to show, to exhibit. So samavidyanta, they started to show off their clothes and probably taking in their hand and then waving it along. But at the same time, Hanumanji made such a sound, yata giri gahvara samlinaha garjati. So when the animals that are lying inside the caves, like a lion, etc., how they make such a sound, in the same way, Balavan Hanuman Marutatmajaha Jagarja, in the same way as the Hanuman's movement coming down made that sound. So when you go to a cave and they make a sound, it will keep resounding again and again, echoing. In the same way, there was such a sound coming up from Hanuman, from his body or from his movement. Continuing here. Tadastu Vegavan Veeraha.
Swamiji, one line before that, Swamiji. Tama.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The last line here in this page. Tamabravana Sankasham.
Tamapraghana Sankasham.
Apadantam Mahakapim.
Apatantam Mahakapim.
Drishtva Vanara Sarve.
Drishtva te vanara sarve.
Astu Pranjalayastata.
Tasthu pranjalayastada.
Tadastu Vegavan Veeraha.
Tatastu vegavan viraha.
Girir Girinibah Kapihi.
Girer girinibha kapihi.
Nipad gires tasya.
Nipapata gires tasya.
Nipapada is there, huh? Yes, Nipada, so it must be correct. Nipapada gires tasya. It's right. It should be Nipapada. Shikare Padapakule
Shikhare Padapakule
Arshena Puryamano
Harshena Puryamano
Ramye Parvada Nirjire
Ramye Parvata Nirjhare
Chinnapaksha Ivakashat
Chinnapaksha Ivakashat
Padadaranidaraha
Papata Dharanidharaha
Tadaste Preetamanasaha
Tataste Preetamanasaha
Sarve Vanarapungavaha
Sarve Vanara Pungavaha
Numantam Mahatmanam
Hanumantam Mahatmanam
Parivaryopadastire
Parivaryopatasthire
Parivarya Chate Sarve
Parivaryachate Sarve
Param Preetimupagataha
Param Pritimupagataha
Shtavadana Sarve
Prahrishtavadana Sarve
Tamagatum Upagamanah Tamagatum Tamagatum
Gata
Tamagatum
Gata
Tamagatum Agatum Tamagatum Upagaman
here Tamagatam likhas Tamagatam Upagaman
Tamagatum or Tamagatam Tamagatam Upagaman
Tamagatam Upagaman
Upayanani Chadaya
Upayanani Chadaya
Lani Chapalani Cha
Mulani cha Phalani cha
Satyarpayan Harisreshtam
Pratyarchayan Harishreshtham
Harayo Marutatmajam
Harayo Marutatmajam
Nedirmudita Kechit
Vinedurmudita Kechit
Kechit Kilakilam Tata
Kechit Kilakilam Tatha
Tapadabashakascha
Krishnapadapaşakhascha
Aninyurvanarashabaha
Aninyurvanarashabhaha
Anumastu Gurun Vruddhan
Hanumanstu Gurun Vruddhan
Jambavat Pramukhan Stata
Jambavat Pramukhanstada
Aramangadam Chaiva
Kumaramangadam Chaiva
Sovandata Mahakapihi
Sovandata Mahakapihi
Tatabhyam Pujita Pujyaha
Satabhyam Pujitah Pujyah
Kabibhischa Prasaditaha
Kapibhishcha Prasaditah
Kadi Vedi Vikrantaha
Drishtadeviti Vikrantah
Sanksepena Jnavedayat.
Sankshepena Nyavedayat.
So, Tam Abra Vana Sankasham Apadantam, he the one who is coming down, descending, Apadantam, Abrabhavana Sankasham, equal to Sadrasham of huge cluster of clouds coming down. Mahakabim. See, we do not see in Southern California that much. If you go to places where it regularly rains, Florida, for example, you will see how the amount of lightning and thunder during the season is, it's like as though the sky is coming down. So much of the rainy clouds will be accumulated everywhere and descending onto the sky, onto the earth directly. So drishtva te vanaraha. So seeing this one, these are the vanaraha. Sarve dastuhu, they stood pranchalayastada. Along with that, they were saluting together. Tadastu vegavan viraha. Then thereafter, the Hanuman there, girehe giri nibaha kapihi. So he was actually coming from the another mountain, right? From Giri Arishta he started off pushing it down to the earth. And now he is very, very gently coming down to Mahendra mountain. Because there he wanted to destroy. There he was not ready to gently leave. He left with a destruction. And here when he is landing in Bharat, slowly, that's Mahendra mountain, he has to enter. That is where he started from. So, Girehe Girinibaha. And he is looking like a huge mountain itself. Mountain starting from mountain. Kapihi. Nipada Girehe Tasya Shikare. He started to descend down on the top of the mountain. Padapakule Shikare. That summit filled with clusters of so many trees. Harshena Apuryamanaha Asau Ramye Parvada Nirjare. Harshena, with joy, Puryamanaha Asau Ramye, in that very beautiful waterfall that was there of the mountain, Parvada Nirjare. And how did he come down like? Obviously, he started with such an amount of force. When the flight comes down to the, when you may see that slowly they will lose their, they'll, what do you call that as? Losing their weight. As though they are losing their weight, then only they can. Sometimes they have to shed some gas also. Otherwise, they will not be able to come down easily. And so, when they are coming down, and it is like their wings were cut. Chinna paksha iva akashat papata dharanidara. So, like in the past, we all know that mountains had wings, which Mainaka had explained. So, Mainaka had said that we all had mountains. Mountains were flying. So, it is interesting. I mean, I might have told you this before also. The belief is that in the past, the aliens, or what we call as devatas, were visiting the land very often. And there are many places where it is all depicted as having a pyramid shape of the vehicle, so to say, it perhaps a part of the mountain summit, which had wings. If you have a doubt, you go to a dollar, American dollar, and look at it. It had a pyramid with wings. So this is a concept that they had. Even what we call Viman in a temple is Vimana. Vimana means what? Spacecraft. That's why it's above the Bhagavan's altar. What you have, it's called Viman. So that Viman, not Gopura. Gopura is in the front. But what is above Bhagavan's altar is called Viman. It's like a tower, small tower. So this concept was there. It's just like mountains having wings and moving. And here, as though those wings were cut, so that mountain-like structure coming down. In that way, Hanuman came down. Akashat papada chinna paksha dharanidaraha. Dharanidaraha. It is said that the mountains are those which are maintaining the balance of the earth on the water. So the water is base is water. Obviously, 2/3 of the earth is water. Earth means the planet Earth. The land is only 1/3. And how the 1/3 planet, Earth, and 1/3 land is not moving. It's floating on the water. So it is said that the mountains are those which are creating the balance there. That is the reason why geologically, if mountains started to, especially snow mountains started to melt, the balance will be lost. And when the balance is lost, it will crack down. It will start tilting towards one side. And that's where the floods start happening. Because it doesn't have the same balance. It has to, whatever is on the left, it has to be on the right. Whatever is in the east, it should be in the west also. It should be in the north. It should be in the south. If that balance is not kept, then entire earth means the land area, if their balance is not there, then there will be problem. As much as the mountains in the Himalayas are as important as the Rocky Mountains on the other side. They are all balancing each other. So if there one starts to grow more and another landfill is more than one side and another side it is not, it will start tilting inside the water. All right, so here the mountain as though lost their wings and coming down. Tataste prita manasaha sarve vanara pungavaha. The best of the monkeys were all waiting there. Hanumantam Mahatmanam Parivarya. Having surrounded Hanuman, upatastire, they stood there surrounding Hanuman. Parivarya cha te sarve, having surrounded all of them, param priti mupagata, with great delight in their heart, prakrishtapadanaha. Their faces were showing the joy, exhilaration, sarve, tam agatum upagaman. Upagaman, so they approached him as he came down. Upagatam, upagaman. As he came down, they are also approaching. It is like the ground staff of the airlines. So they were waiting. As the flight comes down, all of them start to come closer to the flight so that they start their technical work, checking all of them. Like that, all the monkeys were so concerned about Hanumanji as he was coming from Lanka, because this unknown land is coming, how far it is, how tiring it would be. So they came and started to give Mulani, Palani, Upayanani, all the various gifts of fruits and roots and everything. Welcome dinner. Because the poor thing, he has been traveling, and when we go to Yatra, etc. So as soon as we come out of the bus, they will come with the drinks and then flowers and then fruits. Nothing but these people have eaten a heavy lunch and lying on the bed, on the bus, not doing anything and snoring away to success. And when he got on, they are all waiting for next food. कुछ काम किया कुछ नहीं. फिर poor thing, travel. Hanumanji put all his energy to travel because he had to go through the sky with so much of power is necessary. Obviously, he must be very tired. Not taking any rest at all. Between Lanka and Bharat flight, he never took a rest. And energy and everything, force is not by some vehicle, he himself. So obviously, he must be very hungry. They all brought Mulani, Palani. Prati Arpayan Harisreshtam, offering that to him, Harisreshta, Harayo Marutatmajam. There is no mention that he ate it. The interesting thing is he probably did not even eat that. They all brought everything all right. Vineduhu mudita kechit, some of them were started to make big sound there. Kechit kilakilam tada, they started to giggle. Some of them kilikilam tada. Giggle means it's celebratory mood. Rishtaha delighted, patabashakascha aninyuhu vanarashabaha. Some of them indeed, obviously, they are they brought some huge trunks of, all the branches of the tree for all of them probably sit down quietly. So they brought the Padavashakaha. Hanumanstu Gurun Baddhan Ruddhan Jambavat Ramukhanstata. As soon as he came, first thing he did was to salute Jambavan. And all the important seniors of the monkey clan, Kumaram Angadam cha evasaha. Even though he probably of the same age or younger, he went and saluted Angada. Then Avandata Mahakapihi, he saluted all of them. So first thing he did was not to sit and eat, but he went and saluted all the elders. Tabhyam pujitaha saha pujyaha. Pujyaha saha, even though he is so much most deserving to be worshipped, being worshipped by all of them. Kapibischa pujitaha. Prasaditaha, Kapi Prasaditaha, being delighted. First thing he said was, Vikrantaha Anuman Drishta Devi Sanshena Sanyavedayat. The simple one thing, Mene Dekh liya. Bas, that is all sufficient for all the monkeys. Kanden Sitayai. Tamil. Mene Dekh liya. I have seen. That is enough for all the monkeys to get so delighted, because they were all really frightened. If that last mission impossible, it is not done, completed, he will be, everybody will be in trouble. So first thing he uttered was Drishta Devi, seen her. So that was so enthralling to all the monkeys there. So it is considered as a very historic moment indeed in the whole of Ramayana, because that is the most crucial point. So that is what is accomplished by Hanumanji. Nishasada astena
निशसाद च हस्तेन
hitva valina sutam
गृहीत्वा वालिनः सुतम्
ramaniye vanodeshe
रमणीये वनोद्देशे
mahendrasya girestata
महेन्द्रस्य गिरेस्तदा
Hanuman abravīd prishtahu prishtaha
हनूमान् अब्रवीत् पृष्टः
तदा तान् वानरश्रवान्
तदा तान् वानरर्षभान्
शोकवनिकांस्तदा वनिकांस्ता
अशोकवनिकासंस्था
तासादनकात्मजा
दृष्टा सा जनकात्मजा
यमाणा सुघोराभिः
रक्ष्यमाणा सुघोराभिः
राक्षसाभिरनिन्दिता
राक्षसीभिरनिन्दिता
एकवीणीधरा बाला
एकवेणीधरा बाला
रामदर्शनलालसा
रामदर्शनलालसा
उपवासपरिश्रान्ता
उपवासपरिश्रान्ता
मलिना जटिला
कृशा
जटिला, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Malina jatila krusha
मलिना जटिला कृशा
ततो दृष्टेति वचनम्
ततो दृष्टेति वचनम्
महार्थम् अमृतोपमम्
महार्थम् अमृतोपमम्
शम्य मारुते सर्वे
निशम्य मारुते सर्वे
पिता वानरा भवन्
मुदिता वानरा भवन्
श्वेदन्त्यन्ये नदन्त्यन्ये
क्ष्वेडन्त्यन्ये नदन्त्यन्ये
गच्छन्यन्ये महाबलाः
गर्जत्यन्ये महाबलाः
चक्रुः किल किलामन्ये
चक्रुः किल किलामन्ये
प्रतिगर्जन्ति चापरे
प्रतिगर्जन्ति चापरे
केचित् उच्छ्रितलाङ्गूलाः
केचिदुच्छ्रितलाङ्गूलाः
हृष्टा कपिकुञ्जराः
प्रहृष्टाः कपिकुञ्जराः
अग्रदाञ्जितदीर्घेण दीर्घाणि
आयताञ्छितदीर्घाणि
नाङ्गूलानि प्रविव्यतुः
लाङ्गूलानि Yadhuhu
Paretu Hanumantam
Aparetu Hanumantam
Srimantam Vanarottamam
Shrimantam Vanarottamam
Aplutya Girishringeshu
Aplutya Girishringeshu
Samsprishanti Sma Harshitaha
Samsprishanti Sma Harshitaha
Nishasada cha Hastena Grihitva Valinasutam Valinasutam Grihitva Angadam. Having taken Angada in hand, he sat down there. Astena Valinasutam Grihitva Nishasada, sat down. Because it's important that Angada should know, and accordingly the plans have to be taken, done. And so Ramaniya Vanodheshe Mahindrasya Girehe Tata. In the one particular part of the forest, at the very mountain in Girehe, Mahindrasya Girehe, Ramaniya, which is most beautiful. Sitting there, Hanumana Bravit, Prakrishtaha, Prishtastada Tan, Vanara Sharma. So, keeping all the various monkeys around him, being asked by all of them, Prishtaha, Tata Hanuman Abravit, towards all of them, Shogavannikans Tata Samsta Drishta Sa Janagatmaja. I saw the daughter of Janaka at the place known as Ashoka Manika, in the forest called Ashoka. She stays there, being protected by very terrible looking all the Rakshasis. Sugorabi Rakshasabihi Rakshamana Anindita. Anindita, at the same time, she the one who is a sinless one, so to say, so pure, so immaculate. Ekavenadara, Ekavenidara. Ekaveni means having one braid, meaning she did not have any interest to decorate herself. That's called Ekaveni. And Bala, young Ramadarshana Lalasa, ever seeking to see Rama. Upavasa Parishranta, being very tired, fatigued by the fasting she does. Malina, weak. Jatila, braided, meaning hairs have not been seen oil for months together. And the hair was becoming a jata, jatila, krusha, very frail. Tato drishta, in the same way I saw her, vachanam mahartam amrutopamam, nishamya marutehe. Listening to these words of, they do not know whether to feel bad about it or happy about it. On the one hand, happy that he met. Finally, the purpose of the whole journey has been complete. But at the same time, they are unhappy that condition of Sita. So they do not know. Monkey after all. Some of them are delighted, some of them are running around. So, Nishamya Marute Sarve Mudita Avanara Bhavan. All of them started to delight. And some of them started to cry. Shvedantante Anye, some of them started to cry loud, scream. Nadanyanye, Nadantiyanye, some of them are making a lot of sound again there with the dance. Garjantyanye, some of them making a huge garjana, roar. Mahabalaha. Kilikila Manye Chakruhu, some of them are giggling and walking about. Pradigarjanti cha apare, some of them are, as of few of them started to garjana, other of them picked up from there. Pradigarjanti. Kechit uchritalangulaha, some of them with their tails raised up. Prakrishta kapikunjaraha, all of the elephant-like looking huge monkeys, they are very delighted to hear this. Then ayatanchita dirgani langulani pravivyatuhu. They all waved, some of them, with their long stretched tails. Ayata, stretched. Anchita, ayatanchita. So with their long curly one, the tails, dirgani, langulani, pravivyatuhu, they started to wave. Aparetu hanumantam srimantam vanarottamam aplutya, leaping towards Hanumanji, wherever from where they were. And here then, what they did was, Girishringeshu samprashanti sma harshita. They started hugging the summits. So they were so delighted. Definitely they were concerned also at the same time. They were very delighted to hear the statement of Hanuman that as though they achieved everything. Obviously, as a group captain, a leader has done individually, alone, soul, and what he could accomplish, all of them delighted, saying that such a leader we have got who could accomplish a task for us, saving all our lives. They were all very happy. Uktavakyam Hanumantam
Uktavakyam Hanumantam
Angadastu tada bravit
Angadastu tada bravit
Sarvesham hariviranam
Sarvesham hariviranam
Madhye vachamannuttamam
Madhye vacham anuttamam
Sattve viryena te kaschit
Sattve viryena te kaschit
Amo vanara vidyate
Samo vanara vidyate
Yad avaplutya vistirnam
Yad avaplutya vistirnam
Sagaram punaragataha
Sagaram punaragataha
Jivitasya pradataanaha
Jivitasya pradataanaha
Tvameko vanarottama
Tvameko vanarottama
Prasadat sameshyamaha
Tvatprasadat sameshyamaha
Siddhartha ragavenaha
Siddhartha raghavenaha
Aho swamini te bhaktihi
Aho swamini te bhaktihi
Aho viryamaho dhritihi
Aho viryamaho dhritihi
Tishtya hrushta tvaya devi
Dishtya drishta tvaya devi
Ramapatni yashasvini
Ramapatni yashasvini
Tishtya tyakshati kakutstaha
Dishtya tyakshati kakutsthaha
Shokam sita viyogajam
Shokam sita viyogajam
Sarve. So, Uktavakyam Hanumantam. So, the words uttered by Hanuman when Angada heard, Angadastu Maha Tada Bravid, towards all of them, Sarvesham Hariviranam Madhye Vanadamutamam, Vachamuttamam. So, he addressed towards all of them, sitting there among all the other monkeys. Best of the statement he made, did he say? Se virye sattve virye na kaschit samaha. With respect to valor and strength which you exhibited, there is nobody equal to you. Samo vanaraha na vidyate. There is no other vanara who could accomplish this. Vistirnam sagaram avalupya. Having leapt across the huge ocean, punaha agata. Remember when they were all deciding who to go, etc. Angada said, I can go, but I cannot come back. What's the point in going there and not able to come back? Like the NASA sent these people there and cannot bring them back. Think about it. They are stuck there in the space station. How long you can survive? So long as the food is there. Afterwards, oxygen and food is necessary. Afterwards, that's it. If they don't send in time. Similarly, here, Angada said, I can go. I can't come back. But you went there and came back also. And naha jivitasya pradata tvam. For us, you are the life giver. You gave life to us. Because we would not be alive. If we have to go back, we will not be alive. Eko vanarottama. You are the only one who gave life to us. See, he gave life to so many people. He gave life to all the Vanaras. He gave life to Rama. He gave life to Sita. He took a life out of Ravana. So he gave purpose of living. Tvat prasadat, by your grace, Sameshyamaha, Siddharthaha, Raghavena Sameshyamaha. So we are going to go back and because of you, we are not only saved, and we are able to go back to Rama with all of us together. Is it not true that we cannot even look Rama into the eye if we are not able to accomplish the task that you have done? Raghavena Ishyamaha, we will unite with Raghava. Siddharthaha, having accomplished what we did. Aho Swamini te bhaktihi. Here Swamini means Swamin Shabda, that is Rama. Swamini Rame. Swamini te bhaktihi. No, Swamini is not, some Swamini was there. Swamin was. No. Swamini means in Swamin. Bhaktihi. And aho viryam aho dhritihi. Indeed, great is the strength and great is the valor of yours. And Tvaya Devi Drishtya Drishta. By luck, indeed, you have seen her. Obviously, because the whole land of Lanka, where do you go in search of her? There are so many places. It's not a small place. It's a huge island, all right. And where to search for her? And you have done it. And the sheer grace and luck of yours. Drishtya Drishta Tvaya Devi Ramapatni Yashaswini. And at the same time, Drishtya, by that very same luck only, Kakustaha Jita Viyogajam Shokam Tyakshyati. And at the same time, Rama also will give up the sorrow related to Sita. Born out of her departure, whatever sorrow that Kakustaha Rama has, he will give up Tyakshyati. Tatongadam Hanumantam
Tatongadam Hanumantam
Jambavantam Chavanaraha
Jambavantam Chavanaraha
Parivarya Pramudidaha
Parivarya Pramuditaha
Bejire Vipulashilaha
Bhejire Vipulashilaha
Pavishta Girestasya
Upavishta Girestasya
Ilasu Vipulasute
Shilasu Vipulasute
Rotukama Samudrasya
Shrutukama Samudrasya
Langanam Vanarottamaha
Langhanam Vanarottamaha
Darshanam Chapi Lankayaha
Darshanam Chapi Lankayaha
Sitaya Ravanasya Cha
Sitaya Ravanasya Cha
Astu Pranjalayas Sarve
Tasthu Pranjalayas Sarve
Anumat Vadanonmukaha
Hanumat Vadanonmukhaha
Asto Tatrangada Sriman
Tasthau tatrangada Shriman
Vanareir bahubirvrataha
Vanarair bahubhirvrutaha
Upasyamano vibhudaihi
Upasyamano bibudhaihi
Divideva patiryata
Divideva patiryatha
Anumata Anumada kirtimata yashasvina
Hanumata kirtimata yashasvina
Tadangatenangadana Tadangate Tadangadenangadana Dhabahuna
Tathangadenangadanadha bahuna
Uda Tadadhyasidamunnatam mahat
Muda tadadhyasitamunnatam mahat
Mahedaragram Jwalitam Shriya Bhavat
Mahidharagram jwalitam shriya bhavat
Tataha Angadam Hanumantam Jambavantam Cha Vanaraha Parivarya, all the Vanaras having surrounded Hanuman, Jambavan, and Angada, and Pramudidaha, Vipulaha Shilaha Bejire. They started to bring, they took the big rocks and Upavishta Girehe Tasya, sitting there, Shilasu, Vipulasu, in those various huge rocks, they Shrodukamaha, they were become very desirous to hear Samudrasya Vanarottamaha Shrodukamaha Samudrasya Langanam. How Hanuman had leaped across the ocean. Langayaha Darshanam Chapi. Also about seeing of Lanka, Sitayaha Ravanasya Cha. Seeing Sita as well as Ravana. Tastuhu Pranjalaiha Sarve, some of them stood with with salutations, Hanumat, Vadanonmukaha, all of them facing Hanuman. Tasto Tatra Angada Shriman, even as they were standing there, Tasto, as the Angada Shriman, Vanare Bahubirbihi. So there where all of them were looking at Angada, obviously they were eager to learn more and more from Hanumanji only. Upasyamano bhubutaihi devi devapatiryata. Divi devi devapatiryava. Just like all the gods who are there in the heaven, always ready to worship and be eager to face and listen to, hear from Indra. Yata Devapatihi Vibhutaihi Upasyamanaha. In the same way, they were all standing there. And Hanumata Kirtimata Yashasvina Tada Angadena Anganadda Bahuna. So Anganadda Bahuna, with their hands folded like this, waiting. So this is what is called wait upon, with a folded hand, with a, what do you call that? Hands cross each other. One is like Anjali, this is to salute. Another is to like a servant would stay waiting for the command of the master with crossed hands. So, Angade Anganadha Bahuna and Muda Tada Adhyasitam Unnatam. So, they were they were all delighted and having sat there, having stood there for listening from Hanuman, Mahad Mahidara Agram Jwalinam Shriyabhavat. So that very peak in which this particular conversation taking place between Hanuman and all the Vanaras, including Jambavan and Angada, the Mahendra mountain summit started to shine so brightly. So that becomes a very important place, because in the Ramayana, that is one of the important turning point, because that has been accomplished, and not only accomplished by Hanuman, it has been conveyed to all of them. So Angadena Anganadha Bahana. Angada here does not mean Angada, the person. Angada also means the armlets. So Angadena that's why the beautifully words are used by Valmiki ji here. Angadena Angadanadha Bahuna. With their armlets and their body, and they have on their, of course, on their hands, they were Kirtimata Yashasvida Anumata. And see, interesting thing is, Hanuman did not take any pride about what has been accomplished. That's why he also, with the folded, crossed hands only, he is talking. Not, you know what I did? Not like that. He was also with all respect. And that is the important point here, that the mountain became so beautiful because of the beautiful people occupying that place. So that way, this particular chapter ends there. Siddhyarshe Srimad Ramayana Valmiki Adi Kavye Sundarakande Sapta Panchashaha Sargaha. So let's see the next chapter, next Sarga tomorrow.
अगणित गुणगण भूषण राम आश्रित वत्सल जय जय राम अयोध्यवासी सीताराम आपद बांधव जय जय राम दशरथ नंदन श्री राम दशमुख मर्दन जय जय राम कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम कामित फलदा जय जय राम पाप विमोचन श्री राम पट्टाभिराम जय जय राम जानकी जीवन सीताराम जय रघुराम जय सिय राम वानर सेवित श्री राम वारिधि वंदन जय जय राम हनुमत पूजित सीताराम श्रीराम जय जय राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान
की
जय
जय।
उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।